It's a rainy night at Maple Grove for the Section 5 3A Boys Soccer Championship on CCX Sports as third seed Mounds View takes on the number 1 seed Maple Grove. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox, and an interesting section tournament so far as Mounds View able to knock off the number 2 seed Osseo, a team that had a good season in the semifinal round the other night. Meanwhile, this Maple Grove team, it was no sure thing they were going to get here. They fell behind Champlain Park 2-0 in their semifinal game before scoring the next 3 times to get a 3-2 victory. The Crimson, of course, defending section champion. They had been state runner-up, in fact, the past 2 seasons, and another strong regular season this year. But boy, it goes to show how playoff soccer, you take absolutely nothing for granted, as they had to make a big rally and win. Both of these programs with really good soccer histories, and in fact the last time they met was a fairly memorable one. 2021 section semifinals, and Mounds View upset then unbeaten Maple Grove in a high-scoring game, and Mounds View went on to win the state championship, their second state title in program history. They've been in the state tournament 16 times, and then 2021 they went on to win the championship. The Mustangs maybe fallen off a little bit in recent years, though. They had lost in the quarterfinal round of sections the last 3 years, but getting back to kind of where they feel they belong right now. And Maple Grove's been a program on the rise and definitely have to be listed among the best programs in the state in the last handful of seasons, and they are eager to try and get back into the state tournament this year after their first season in the Lake Conference, moving over from the Northwest Suburban. Let's talk about key players to look at for tonight's contest. Obviously, there are a lot of good players on both teams, but one of the noteworthy ones for Mounds View is Everett Wynn. Got 10 goals for them. He had the first goal in that win over Osseo, a 2-0 victory in the semifinals. He's a defender tonight, but has played a little bit all over the field, according to Coach Joe Warren, and definitely a guy that they look to provide a spark and just kind of get things done for them wherever it may be on the field. He kind of has the green light to join the offense when he sees fit, and they like him and look for good things for him tonight. And for Maple Grove, one of their key weapons this year is a senior on their side as well, Usman Toure. Very creative with the ball, so you see that 8 assist total. He's also got a very strong shot with either foot. A type of guy that if you're Mounds View, you don't want him to be able to get a good hard turn and square his shoulders, and he is capable of striking from a bit out and putting balls into the corner of the net. I've seen him do that a couple of times this season, and certainly a key weapon for the Crimson as they try and get back into the state tournament. Not a terribly windy night, that's the good news, but certainly the rain is going to be a little bit of an impact. These turf fields generally handle it very well, but I think if you're a keeper, you're going to be extra cautious handling the ball, and also beware of balls skidding off the turf a little bit. Somebody takes a shot that's a hard one hopper, I think you're going to see the keepers being extra cautious in trying to smother the ball rather than, just relying on the hands to catch it, because on a slippery night like this, you just never know. You want to be careful with it. We will see who advances to the state tournament coming up next year. It's Mounds View and Maple Grove in the Section 5 3A Boys Soccer title game on CCX.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com, because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
And welcome back here for the Section 5 3A Boys Soccer Final here on CCX in partnership with NSPN to bring you tonight's section title game here at Maple Grove. Crimson, I'm sure, hoping to get off to a little bit faster start than they did against Champlain Park. That's a team that they beat in the section final a year ago. Rebels were a little more up and down this year, and I think that would have been, a fairly big surprise if they'd been able to pull off the win. But Maple Grove didn't panic and came back and able to get the rally and the victory. Anthony Kirilov will put the ball in play for Mounds View to begin tonight's contest. See, a little bit chillier than it's been too. There you see, feels like 44. Again, not terribly windy, but it's a steady rain. And the last thing I had seen before leaving was, rain through 10 p.m., which would take us all the way through this game probably. So I don't think we can count on it drying out. Crimson trying to force a turnover there. That one will bounce out. And a throw coming for Maple Grove. And it's a long, deep throw trying to get that one into the box. Instead volleyed back out, and it'll get out of play. Another throw in coming for the Crimson. And they'll do it again. Luke Bodema. Again, getting that one deep into the box. Mounds View strong on the header, though. And we'll get our foul call going against the Crimson. Banged out of there by Max Ullman. Crimson throw in. Strong header there, pushing it up the side. Then Toure trapping it down. And Mustangs had to just play that one out as Lucas Hunziger with the header. So a throw in here for Maple Grove's Van Hallberg. Trying to go toward Toure. Mustangs looking to advance it through the middle. Zach Hoyt stayed with it. Then they converge and push back out of there by Carter Mast. Be a throw though for Mounds View. Wynn will take this throw for Mounds View. And up the line, and that one's skipping off the right foot of Zach Hoyt. And now Hallberg will get the throw. Maple Grove trying to press the issue early on here. They've kind of had control in the early going. Mass going to swing it across to Bodema. I'm sorry, make that Karn. Toure trying to gain control. Now he gets it back. Tried to sneak one through there. It was blocked by Hunziker. Another nice contest. Coach Warren was saying for the Mustangs, they know they're going to need to defend well, and he said we just want to keep them in front of us. We don't want to get outnumbered and just play sound positional defense. Make sure we're not giving up grade A chances just because we're caught off guard or out of position a little bit. Gamachi's carrying here. Nice ball up the left side. That cross knocked down though. A little back and forth it goes. Tapped ahead there by Ike Snyder. And now run down by Sosnowski for Mounds View. They just keep it in. Olson breaking that one up briefly, but still advancing it with the Mustangs there. Sosnowski is it knocked away. We will get a throw coming for Mounds View here as their first time really into Maple Grove territory in the early going of this one. Throw for Liam Simon. You can see on those closer shots too, it's definitely raining. I don't think you'd quite call it a downpour, but it's not a little sprinkle either. Ooh, Gamachi's slipping there and looks like he's all right as he gets up. Toure jumping in to help break that one up, and now it comes back to him. but couldn't get through a little traffic there. Nice balls. They get it back to Sosnowski, and now they'll reset. Mustangs, good patience. You let that one go through to Wynn. Wynn looking for a return. Nice run here for the Mustangs. Dropped off here to Snyder, trying to get free to either take a shot on goal or cross it, but didn't quite work out. Mustangs able to steal it right back though. It's moved to the outside by Wynn. Pass got through a couple of players there and then banged out. Toure receiving. Toure slowing it up. Now he'll cut it to the middle. Fought through there, and it's going to be offside as Colin Merritt was waiting for that ball. Kind of surprising. I was talking to both coaches that, you know, they, with as good as these programs have been, that they haven't met in section play since that 2021 game. And Greg Leininger, the co-head coach from Maple Grove, said it's the last time we've lost on this field. So I knew they had had a strong showing and a strong home showing. I didn't realize it had been quite that long. And that was a year where, you know, they were thinking they would have a shot to contend, and obviously they probably would have if, you know, since Mounds View went on to win the championship that year. But credit to the Mustangs as they got it done. Comachis will leave it for Hallberg to take this throw in for Maple Grove. We've played about 6.5 minutes here in the Section 5 3A championship, and no score on the board, no shots on goal yet. Broken up, but can they catch it? Yeah, good hustle there by Hallberg. See if they'll use the keeper. They do. Luke Steen getting his first touch on it. Mustangs, though, able to force a turnover. Here's Ike Snyder with a little bit of space. He'll go left side, Hoyt. Mounds View, pretty sharp passing early on, and this one going to be a long attempt that'll sail up and over the top from Everett Wynn. And a goal kick coming up for Maple Grove. Like the way Mounds View, though, sharp, quick, short passing when they've gotten an opportunity. They know what they're doing. You can see their spacing has been good. Steen lifting it ahead out toward midfield. Ooh, slipping down there was Bottom, as I mentioned. Footing could be a little bit of an issue. Crimson getting the takeaway, but then as they tried to get it up to Toure, it was knocked away. Hallberg got knocked down, and that'll be Mounds View picking up the first foul. So a free kick here for Maple Grove. How physical it will be and should be is something that's kind of yet to be determined in this one. Looks like, you know, so far both sides a little bit physical, but obviously been playing pretty clean so far. And you have to be careful that if you're too physical. Here's Gamachis with an opportunity, but bouncing ball, and he mishit it a little bit, so it'll roll wide. And Matthew Betty will have the goal kick here for the Mustangs. Another look at this one. Is it nice little backheel kick, and then the defender didn't really hit it how he wanted to there, Feinberg. Gamachis, I think, would like to have that one to do again. It was actually seemingly a pretty decent chance. Free kick here for Maple Grove. Everett Johnston, who's had an excellent year, lining it up for the free kick here for the Crimson. Mounds View has been solid in the air on balls being sent in toward the top of the box early on. Wynn able to run it down. Now playing it ahead. Oh, and a swing and a miss. Steen actually thought about coming out for that one. Then the shot attempt deflected. I think this will be a corner, maybe not. Thought a defender got a piece of it, but Not quite. That one got a little scary for Maple Grove as the defender missed the ball, and then there was a little bit of a, you see a nice ball into the middle, and then right about here is where it gets a little scary if you're Maple Grove. And the follow-up, even on that play, it almost appeared to me that maybe the defender had deflected that one, but they have a better look, obviously, than we do, so stick with that. Sent ahead, Toure trying to gain control. And let's see, there's some question. Looks like it will be a goal kick. Another thing Toure is very good at is possessing and shielding the ball. He's got some strength, and he does a good job of holding defenders off. And that's what he was trying to do there. Johnston, a header up toward Merritt. Trying to work it to the outside there, but Simon stayed with him very well. Throw in Mustangs. Taken away though, Merritt up with it. His pass though picked off. Sent up the line. Mustangs able to get that takeaway ultimately, and now Snyder weaving his way through the middle. Plays it to the outside where it's tracked down by Hunziker. Here's Wynn. Nice ball there, but a little bit too hard tapped there by Sosnowski. They get it right back though. They've done a pretty good job of recovering and getting turnovers back. And so Mounds View will get a throw in out of it here. Knocked away by Bottoма. There's Joe Warren, the Mustangs head coach. Said they had to compete in that quarterfinal round against Park Center and then played well against Osseo. He said there was a stretch where we really had to defend. Osseo was coming pretty hard, but they were able to stay solid and get the shutout win. And Greg Leiniger, he had watched Osseo quite a bit this year. I said, "Are you surprised it's Mounds View?" And he said, "Well, I'm not surprised, that Mounds View is good enough to get here, but I did think Osseo was pretty darn good this year." And so it wouldn't have been too much of a surprise to see them either. And of course, this is the first year they haven't played Osseo because of switching to the Lake Conference. Here's Toure sending one through. And it is onside, retrieved by Merritt. He turns and shoots, and a defender blocked it. It'll be a corner kick. Boy, they're calling it a goal kick. This seemed very obvious it hit a defender. You watch him turn and shoot. Oh, I sure thought he got a foot on that. Maybe not. I think a lot of the crowd felt the same, at least the Maple Grove side. It certainly appeared that, I believe it was Simon, when he stuck his foot out, got a piece of that. So one of the first real drama plays there, but just ends up being a goal kick. Pass a little too far, but then re-intercepted by Hunziker. Mustangs will start it from the back. Feinberg with a little room to work with here as he sends one up. And it's going to be Steen coming way out to grab it up. Pretty even start to this one. I thought very early minutes, Maple Grove was having the better of it, but Mounds View's done a very solid job. They're connecting on passes. And this will be a throw for Maple Grove. Looks like there's maybe almost a little bit of a head collision there between a couple guys on that high ball in the air. Hallberg will throw it in here for Maple Grove. Sent back out, but then a header puts it back into Mounds View end. Bounces off Merritt's body. Now retrieved up the middle. Johnston knocking it away, and spinning there was Bottoма. And he was tripped up. Mounds View disputing that one, and we might have a card perhaps coming up. Oh no, going to be a little conference. Another look as he sent sprawling. The official going to check with AR on this call. Bit of a dangerous pass across, but it gets there. Hallberg now retrieving for Maple Grove, trying to go to Johnston, but a nice step up there by Wynn. Here come the Mustangs. Hoyt cutting it middle. Nice ball to the outside there for Snyder. Maple Grove closed things off pretty well there, but Mounds View not panicking. They keep possession. Sent back in. Now Gamachi's able to track it down. Another interception though. At that point is where they've been picking up passes. Now it's Toure one-on-one here. Has help coming as well, and the pass broken up. Ooh, and then Toure hurdles over a Mustang. Play on though, and there's no real contact there. And that'll be a trip call there against Maple Grove. Watch Toure come up and over the top and ducking out of the way with Simon. And I guess I'm a little surprised there wasn't a dangerous play call there, but Wynn will take this free kick for Mounds View. Went maybe a little shorter than he wanted with that one. Now Toure tapping it back. Parker Carlson, who's been pretty hot lately. He's had some big plays down the stretch of the season and into the playoffs. Mustangs again able to force a turnover though. Sliding tackle here, but let's see, this one might be a corner. Yeah, I think it is. Good hustle by Karn, but he was hoping it was going to go out over the sideline rather than in line there. So Mustangs will get the first corner of the night. Maltus will line it up for the corner kick for the Mustangs. Header there, but here's Wynn with the shot, and it's just wide. Good opportunity for Everett Wynn. Sometimes the second man in can be the most dangerous when everybody's watching the ball and it's deflected out. He's in a good position. He traps it down. And from my vantage point, I was like, ooh, this might go in. It wasn't too far, and obviously he knows that was a good opportunity and just didn't quite cash in. But there's a prime example of why you don't want to give up too many corner kicks if you don't have to. Gamachi's lost that battle. Snyder dishing to the right side. I really like Mounds View's field awareness and spacing. They've been finding the open man. Nice takeaway there, though, by Karn. Gamachis leading the charge back the other way for Maple Grove, trying to spring Toure. That one sent out. It'll be a throw, though, for the Crimson. Hallberg will take this throw for Maple Grove. And they didn't connect very well on that one as it's off Carlson. It'll be a throw right back to Mounds View. Kind of one of those unforced errors that you hate to have happen. Win the throw here for Mounds View. And that'll be, I think, a handball. Yeah. Handball and Mustangs Crimson kick. So free kick coming up here for Maple Grove, and Olson will take it. Approaching the halfway point of this first half. Not a lot of big chances. I would say that Mounds View one for a win a moment ago is probably the best. Serves it in deep into the box. Again, the Mustangs have been good at getting first touch on those balls. Oops, a miss hit there, though, on the clear try. Now Toure volleying it over, trying to get it to Johnston, but he just lost the race to that ball. Knocked away there, and it will be a throw for Maple Grove. Hallberg sending it back into play. They go short toward the corner, then knocked away from Carlson, so they'll do it again. Just jabbed away, but Gamachi's trying to retrieve it, and his left-footed shot will sail high and wide. Well, Maple Grove this year, 2 ties and 2 losses. And all of those teams that either tied them or beat them are in section finals tonight. So that kind of tells you something about the strength of schedule. Buffalo in section 8 tied them. Wayzata in section 6 tied them. They're both in their finals tonight. Then Edina and Minnetonka each defeated Maple Grove, and they're playing each other in the section 2 final this evening. So strength of competition is definitely there. And look, we're seeing how good these 2 teams are, right? Both of them tied for 4th place in their respective conferences. The Suburban East for the Mustangs, the Lake for Maple Grove. So you know they've been playing good teams all year. Carlson, a nice little spin, looking to the outside with it for Johnston. He'll take the cross, and it comes all the way through. It's still loose. And good job not to panic there for Mounds View. That will be a throw for Maple Grove. Boy, Maple Grove showing why they're dangerous. Good look ahead. And then the cross. Toure dropping it back to Carlson. Got over to the left, but shot snuffed out. And the Mustangs able to force a turnover. Re-intercepted though. Maple Grove trying to get the field tilted their way again a little bit. Back like it was in the opening minutes. Hallberg retrieving. Johnston. He'll use Hallberg again. Nice send ahead to Gamachis. But it will be a goal kick as they got a little bit physical with him. And Betty will take the goal kick. The Mustangs kind of split time a little bit in goal. Isaac Johnson, another senior, played not as much as Betty, but played quite a bit. But Betty getting the call here in the section final. Johnson did play part of the quarterfinal round game against Park Center, Coach Warren said. So they definitely have confidence in both of them. But Betty getting the assignment. On the other side, Steen has really played most of the minutes for Maple Grove. I think he was, kind of their unquestioned number 1. Knocked away. It'll be a throw for Mounds View. Wynn triggering it in up that line, but Carlson hustled over for the header. He'll go right back out of play, though. Another throw coming for Mounds View. Good tactical battle here in this first half. Now Gamachis up with it. His pass, though, broken up. It'll be a throw for Maple Grove. Hallberg will trigger it back in here, looking for Toure. Carlson tried to send it back to Toure, knocked down, but Olsen following up. He'll come back with it here. Mast across with it to Karn. Bottom sending it up the line, but that one picked off. Ooh, Toure was ready to pounce if there was any little mishap with the ball. This one rolling through and knocked loose. Mast coming up with it. And here they come, send ahead. Opportunity here, the shot and a goal, and Maple Grove is on the board first. Play just onside, and they will strike to take a 1-0 lead. Carlson will get it for the Crimson. Only question was this going to be onside? Great pass by Johnston. Carlson waiting and just one touch tucks it away. And a 1-0 lead for Maple Grove. Carlson getting the Crimson on the scoreboard. Probably their first, well, maybe second good chance tonight.
I believe that was Carter Mass for the score, assisted by Rick Johnston.
Sent back into the Mounds View end. Carlson getting his 11th goal of the season. Mustangs with an opportunity a little bit here. Snyder, and couldn't get through the double team. They still keep it though. Snyder will drop the pass back to Wynn. Wynn looking toward the top of the box. And this is going to be a goal kick here for Maple Grove. See if the complexion of the game changes any after the Crimson get on the board. Steen will put it back into play for Maple Grove. Mustangs trying to come up with it, but then sent right back out. Free kick here for Mounds View. Wynn stepping to the outside. Tried to get a return, and that one hammered out. It's a throw for Mounds View.
Now in for the Mustangs, number 15, Michael Quiggle.
Michael Quiggle coming in as Henry Anthony as well.
Number 23, Henry Anthony.
Wynn up with it. Sending one on, and Steen will make the grab. Kind of a night where, I mean, you don't have to worry about heat. We're not seeing a lot of subbing, and that maybe isn't a huge surprise. You also kind of don't necessarily want to get your guys, to cool off either, I would think. Come to the sideline, you're all wet and just sitting there. But then again, a little rest, good thing at times too. Snyder looking back for Wynn. Nice tackle there by Mast. Quiggle comes up with it. That pass blocked and sent up. Johnston trying to turn and go. He's being chased. Ooh, and almost had a turnover there. Nice run by Bodema. And he won that ball back. Mounds View didn't like it. They thought it was a little too aggressive. It's going to be a throw for Maple Grove. Bodema will send it into play. Carlson able to retrieve it for the Crimson. And send into the box toward Gamachis. Knocked away. And this will be a corner.
Mustangs for Crimson, corner kick.
Johnston will line it up for this corner kick for Maple Grove. Haven't had a lot of these tonight, one each now. Looking far post, and the header will go wide. That's Carter Mast, who we saw late in the regular season against Wayzata score a beautiful goal off a corner. Betty driving it out of there for the Mustangs. Sent back up. And Steen calls for this one himself, and he'll get there. Again, you can see definitely still raining. About the same, it seems. It's just stayed a steady rain throughout this first half. Ooh, there's a miss hit. Toure trying to come up with it. And then just couldn't quite retrieve it. Wynn got it to Snyder. He'll drop it back. Deflected ahead, and Mounds View trying to get a little run going, and it's driven upfield. It will come back to the keeper, Betty. And he's going to roll it out left. Ooh, almost lost this one. Now a little bit of a race. And played out of there by Betty. He realized this was going to be dangerous as Johnston was coming. And he was just outside the box, so wisely didn't try and pick it up, just got it out of there. But Maple Grove getting back into things quickly here. Parker Carlson knocked down. We're going to have a foul call against Mounds View. Free kick coming for Maple Grove. Maple Grove requesting that Mounds View be sent back a bit further, and now it will be. Johnston and Carlson both there. Carlson hooking it in. Mounds View getting first touch on it. Carlson trying to spin to the outside. Stayed with it, got it to Johnston, but a lot of traffic there and nicely broken up. Quiggle coming away with it briefly, then knocked loose again. Gamache slipping. Quiggle looking left with that ball, but got it out front of Snyder a little bit too much. We get a throw coming for Maple Grove as we've gone under 10 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 Maple Grove. Parker Carlson converting off a feed from Everett Johnston. A little over 23 minutes in. Banked ahead to Gamaches. I think Toure was trying to knock it out for a throw, but instead they'll go. Here's Johnston looking for a cross here. Oh, a nice move back to the middle. It's knocked around a little bit. The Mustang's just going to clear it on out. Boy, everybody expected Johnston to just try and cross that ball. Instead, he slammed on the brakes, and he almost created an opportunity to go right to the net. Hallberg with the throw in for Maple Grove. Carlson tapping it right back to Hallberg. Olson will keep it rotating left. Bottom up. Finding Johnston. He turns. Johnston getting in deep with that ball. Pretty well defended though. Now finding Gamaches, but knocked away from him. Gonna go to Carter Mast. And then as they try and get that Mustangs midfield stretched out, able to work the ball back left. Ooh, defender slipping there, but it actually worked out okay for Simon. Hunziker finding Ike Snyder. And here, well, the Mustangs are nicely moving upfield, but next pass didn't quite connect for Sosnowski, so we get a throw coming for Maple Grove. Bottoма trying to dry that ball off a little bit, but I imagine his jersey is pretty wet as well. Gamaches volleying it toward Johnston. Wynn knocked it away, but it comes back to Gamaches. Looking to switch field there, but that one will go by everybody. It's a throw for the Mustangs. 7.5 to go in this first half. The winner goes to the state tournament. This is the Section 5 3A boys soccer title game. Carlson getting it back. Sending it way across here. Karn to Bottoма, now Gamaches. Bottoma sending one in, knocked out of there by Wynn. Quiggle pushing it ahead, but too far ahead out toward that corner. Good idea, but he just got too much of it. So a throw for Maple Grove as Hallberg will send it back into play. Merritt coming back in now for Maple Grove. Gamachis retrieving it there, but they swarm him. Oh, just snuck out there as Snyder was dribbling it, so we'll get a throw for Maple Grove. Played up the line, but Hallberg stepping in to take it. Nice ball there. Bottom sending Merritt up that left side. Trying to sneak that one through. Now Merritt does get a step. He'll cross it toward Gamachis, but Snyder got ahead on that one. And Wynn pushing it ahead. 2-on-2 opportunity now for Mounds View. Everett Wynn stepping it to the middle. And ran out of room. And nicely done defensively by, I think it was Bottom coming back. Merritt pushing it ahead. Carlson trying to run onto it. Instead, it's going to be the keeper, Betty, getting there. And he will send that punt. It's actually going to go all the way out of play, though, and a throw coming for Maple Grove. Just under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Still 1-0 Maple Grove. Parker Carlson netting the goal for the Crimson. The 24th minute. A throw here for Mounds View. Johnston volleying it ahead. Now Wynn will send it back. Nicely done, trapped down, and now outside to Snyder. Snyder cutting to the middle. He's going to shoot, trying to sneak a low one in the short side there, and instead it'll roll well wide of the mark. Goal kick upcoming for Maple Grove. You've seen Mounds View maybe taking a few longer shots. They've found it difficult to get really in tight to the net, and maybe have decided it's best to, if you're going to get an opportunity a little bit. Now look out, here comes Toure. Toure moving it up the field. Oh, and a great stop, and able to pounce on it is Betty. Toure getting a good hard shot on, but Betty came out to challenge and was able to not only get to that one, then he was able to pounce on it as well. Gamachis, nice move there, and he'll keep possession. Playing it out to the outside, broken up. Merritt trying to get it back. Now Gamachis will steal it right along that line. Tapped away from him. It will be a Maple Grove throw. Another look as Toure got a step and fires the hard shot. Betty able to stay with it and be fearless there. I guess in hindsight, maybe Toure wishes he'd have taken one more dribble and been able to kind of tuck it around him, but I don't know. It was a good shot, and the defender was really challenging as well, so I can't really fault him for taking that shot there. Just Betty kind of timed it right coming out to meet it. And like I said, you got to be fearless in that spot. When you see somebody wind up and they're only 3-4 yards away from you, it's got to be a little bit of an eye-opener. Wynn carrying that ball hard up the left side, now chipping it across, but broken up. Olsen volleying it. Gamachis keeps it moving toward Toure. Re-intercepted though, and here's Hoyt. Hoyt dropping that pass back. Sosnowski. Find Hunziker and keep it moving, and then it'll be the keeper, Steen, coming out to retrieve here for Maple Grove. Steen popping that one up to about midfield. Mustangs able to come up with it though, but then the pass behind Wynn. It will be a throw here for Maple Grove. Hallberg sending it toward Toure. And this will be a Maple Grove throw as Johnston did just enough to kind of put a little pressure on Hunsaker. And we get a throw coming from Maple Grove as we'll go just under a minute to play now in the first half. Johnston volleying it to himself. And we'll get a foul call against Maple Grove. Not a bad idea, though, as Johnston tried to lift it over the defender's head and then kind of push past him to get to it. Toure able to knock that ball ahead, and then Johnston, good recovery defensively there as there were two Crimson players. It was Toure and Merritt that were coming full speed. And you're going to get a foul call there against Maple Grove. Merritt saying, wait a minute, I'm the one who ended up on the ground, but he was kind of trying to lean in for leverage there. So that's going to pretty much eat up the rest of the first half, it looks like here, as we will tick down to zeros. So our score at halftime of the Section 5 3A Boys Soccer Championship, Maple Grove 1 and Mounds View 0. We'll have first half highlights and then our second half. The winner goes to state here in the Section 5 title game.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com because connected, we all do better. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
It is a rainy night here at Maple Grove, but our halftime score is Crimson 1, Mustangs 0. The Section 5 3A Boys Soccer Final on CCX Sports in partnership with NSPN. Hope you're enjoying tonight's game wherever you're watching. As a good first half. I was impressed with both teams. You can see why they're in a section final as we check out some of the highlights from the first half. I wouldn't say a ton of good chances, but definitely a few along the way. Mounds View dropping one back. Wynn, this one was a little bit far out, and he gets underneath it and sails it quite high and up and over the top of the net. Maple Grove, watch this little back kick by Carlson. Then it deflects over to Gamachis, but he hooked it with the left foot. Wynn getting a nice run up the left side here. And as he crosses, this one got a little interesting as the defender goes down and then everybody's kind of waiting, and the follow-up didn't quite hit that one well, and it goes up high and wide. Toure able to get it to Merritt here, and he turns and shoots, and it just goes wide and off a corner. Here's probably the best chance for Mounds View. Wynn trapping it down, and he rips his shot, and boy, it looked like from up here that it might be going to hit the corner of the net. He was disappointed he didn't put it on. Then it's Johnston sending one ahead. Here's Carlson waiting and puts it away. The only goal of the first half. 23-13 in, and Carlson, boy, it was a great example of not trying to do too much with that ball. He just waited till the perfect time, one touch on it. Then watch Toure getting in close, and a great stop by Betty, and then pounces on it as well, or it could have easily been 2-0. As we look at the first half stats, overall favoring Maple Grove a little bit in terms of time of possession and shots. Neither team getting a lot of real strong shots on goal. Crimson have had a few more fouls, and then see not many corners so far. Mounds View's best chance, though, did come off a corner kick. We've got 40 minutes to go here to decide this one. The winner goes to the state tournament. It's the Section 5 3A title game in boys soccer. Maple Grove 1, Mounds View nothing. The second half on the way next.
Thank you to our supporting sponsor, Scott's Lawn Care, serving homes and businesses of their neighbors in the Twin Cities West Metro area. Scott's Lawn Care team offers services ranking from weekly maintenance to complete redesign. Also, Scott's Lawn Care offers snow plowing services for the smallest residential lots to large commercial projects as well. Thank you, Scott's Lawn Care, for being a supporting sponsor of CCX Media.
For 90 years, Connection has been at the heart of everything they do at Topline Financial Credit Union. Their team is passionate about connecting with you to help you reach your financial dreams. For some, they're here for your first, like your first checking account, first car, or first home. For others, they're here for those next steps, whether it's remodeling your home, saving for retirement, or starting a small business. Become a Topline member and let them be a part of your big moments. Visit toplinecu.com because connected, we all do better. Federally insured with the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Welcome back to Maple Grove, and thanks for joining us for boys soccer on CCX, the Section 5 3A Championship. We are about to begin half number 2 on a rainy evening, where we've actually had pretty outstanding weather down the stretch of this season, but tonight a little cool, a little rainy out there. Again, the good part that you don't always get at this time is not terribly windy. We're not seeing ball really being affected by free kicks and corners and goal kicks by the wind just hammering it. That's the good news, but obviously the teams would prefer it were a little drier out there and maybe a little warmer too, but can't have everything. Wynn will throw it in for the Mustangs. I thought by and large they did a pretty good job in the first half. Again, not a lot of really grade A chances for either team. Maple Grove able to put one away. Mounds View didn't quite convert on theirs. Gamachi thought he was tripped, but play goes on. And hammered back out. A little bit of a race here. Toure chasing hard. Good job not to panic defensively, though, and bringing up the right side here with Maltus. And a stoppage here. I don't know, did that ball go out of play? Coming over to speak with the Mounds View coaches here. Be a Mounds View free kick here as I don't know if it was an explanation or a verbal warning. It definitely sounded like Mounds View's bench wasn't terribly happy with what they had seen there. Max Oman will take this free kick for the Mustangs. And now we'll get back into action here. Merritt, nicely done, plays it ahead to himself. Toure's in the middle. And then a good step up, though, by Oman the other way for Mounds View. That pass, though, a little off target, and Carlson intercepts. Served in, but that one broken up. Gamachi's flicking it ahead. Merritt toward Toure here. A little indecision. Ooh, defensively, the defender might have gotten, I hope it was the ball that hit him and not his teammate's foot. He definitely got one in the forehead. Olsen. That pass deflected as they try to get it to Toure. It'll be cleared out and a throw coming for Maple Grove. Bottom sending it in, and then Knocked right back out. We get another throw coming for the Crimson. Bodema, that one knocked out of there. Karn gets it right back to Bodema. It pinballs around. I think it's going to be a Maple Grove throw. Here it is. Bodema surveying the scene here. Carlson flicks the header. It comes loose out front. Toure a volley. Another try at it by Johnston. Now Toure spinning back, and that one is blocked. It will be a corner coming up for Maple Grove. Dangerous opportunity there that developed off the throw-in. And now they get the corner. See if they'll go short with the corner. Carlson is out there and Johnston's near him. Nope, he's going to hook it in. Knocked out. Johnston will run it down here, though. His back pass was deflected, however, and that might lead to something for Mounds View. Nice step up, though, and takeaway. Quickly gathered back, though. And here's Maltus. That pass deflected but gets through. Knocked out of play, and it will be a throw for Maple Grove. Carter Mast happy with himself there as he shielded Sosnowski and then also banked it off him. So a throw for the Crimson. Merritt. That time couldn't work his way through traffic. Win cut off. Gonna come back with it here, and they'll look to send one up. Bodema banging it out of there. Crimson get it back. Johnston trying to send it ahead, but that one, or Carlson, excuse me, and that one broken up. Good passing here. Snyder working it back to the outside. He comes over to receive that pass. Oh, and then a nice move to the middle by Wynn. Chipped left. Good header there, and then Johnston trying to clear it out. Maple Grove fans thought their defender was knocked down to help free that one up. Gamachis trying to spring Toure. It's knocked. Ooh, now the race on, and it's going to be Betty getting to it. Those are the kind that if you hesitate, that one might have been real interesting, as Toure looked like he was going to maybe win that race to the ball. That'll be a push on Carlson as he threw a little hip in there. And Mounds View player a little slow getting up. Win. And this one hammered out of play. We will get a throw coming for... No, I'm sorry. It actually didn't get out. Mounds View possessing. Still very much in striking distance, a 1-0 game. I don't think either team has really adjusted their play based on the score because there's just so much time left. Maltus going to give that ball up to Simon to take the throw. Wynn drops it off and gets a return right near the top of the box. Wynn crossing it, but Olsen getting up for the header. They can't get it out, then Olsen jumps in. We get a penalty, a hold there, on Gamachis, and so a free kick coming up for Mounds View, just about 7-8 yards outside the box. So the Maple Grove kids expressing displeasure with that call. There was the little trip. So Mustangs get a free kick in a pretty decent spot. Wynn will take it. It's right into the wall. And it will be a throw for the Mustangs. Maltus will bring it back in play here for Mounds View. Out front it comes, and here's an opportunity, but lifted way up and over the top. And a goal kick here for Maple Grove as Snyder knew he mishit that one. Steen will send it ahead. Gamachi's able to trap that one down, send it out the right wing, but nobody really there as Wynn comes back to take it for the Mustangs. He's going to send one up long. Knocked away. Good spinning move there by Karn, and then a handball called against Maple Grove, though. He will get a free kick. Official saying not quite that far up. We get a free kick for the Mustangs. Snyder and Maltus both there, looking like Snyder will be the guy. Snyder driving on at the net, but that's the problem with trying to go right over that wall. It's tough to not scale it too high, and that's what happens there. So Steen will have the goal kick coming for the Crimson. Mounds View doing a pretty good job of, I wouldn't say getting, a chance of, but at least getting the ball and some possession time in Maple Grove's end. And you never know, all it takes is one opportunity. Merritt holding his position there, trying to sneak that one through. It's going to be a throw for Mounds View. It's worked a couple times and not worked a couple times for Merritt as he's done that same kind of signature move, trying to drag it through the defenders. Not a lot of room down that sideline, and it is going to be Maple Grove's throw, though. Bottom throwing it in short. Merritt lifting it high to the other side. And Betty able to get to that one. Mustangs connecting on passes, but then missed Win on the next one. We get a throw coming for Maple Grove. Knocked loose, and now Snyder dropping that pass back. Broken up. Toure coming back to meet it for Maple Grove. He's going to send one direct up the middle there, but good play by Oman as he tried to spring Merritt. Maltus. He'll send one long up the middle. Header out to the outside, though. Knocked away. Who did this hit last? Going to be Maple Grove's throw. Crimson may be back on their heels a little more than they like right now. I mean, yeah, you don't want to take any unnecessary chances, but at the same time, there's still a lot of game to play. You'd think they would still want to be pushing to get a little more offense going and see if they couldn't score again. I mean, that's largely to do with Mounds View too, but it just feels like they're playing a little bit tentative right now. Pass intercepted by Carlson. Now Gamachi's coming up to meet it. Stops and had it taken away. Win then lost it as well. Hallberg picking it off for Maple Grove. Bounces around a bit there. That one I think hit the referee, so that's the reason for the stoppage. And drop it to Omen. Nice turn with it there, but then Gamachi steps in to pick it off for Maple Grove. Now Merritt trying to win the race to the outside there, and it'll be off him. A throw for Mounds View. Nice aggressive step in to break that up by Bodema. Simon to throw it in again for Mounds View. Again, if you're Maple Grove, probably a little more time in their own end than they'd like here midway through this second half as they maintain a 1-0 lead. Carnes pass upfield knocked away. Return out there to Hunziker, and he keeps it moving left. Wynn gonna let it rip. Here's his shot, and he scores, and we're tied. He's taken a couple of long opportunities tonight. Neither was successful prior, but that one most certainly is, and we are tied up at 1.
26.5 minutes to go.
Well, showing why he's in double figures in goals this year. You could just kind of tell by how he was dribbling that he was lining this up and ready to take a shot, and perfectly placed over Steen's outstretched hand, and he hits the net, and we are evened up at a goal apiece. Ball coming back into the Crimson end, and Steen's going to come out and boot that one out. So the momentum did definitely seem to be with Mounds View a little bit, and they do end up cashing in to tie it up. Knocked out of play. It will be a Maple Grove throw. Ben Poland getting set to check in.
Subbing in for the Crimson, number 9, Brash Poland.
Battle for it here, and retrieved by Hunziker, and he'll come back to the keeper. Betty driving it upfield. Nice ball over to Hunziker, and now it's Carlson. Seemed like he got shoved a little bit there. He wasn't too happy about it. Now it's knocked out by Wynn. We will get a throw for Maple Grove. Hallberg. Maple Grove's now got to kind of go from protecting a lead to now we're back even up. See if they can get the momentum back. And again, I don't mean to say they weren't, trying to possess the ball more and get more offense going. Obviously, Mounds View's guys had a lot to do with the fact that they had started to bottle Maple Grove up. And they do end up getting that tying goal. Could be in a next goal win situation. I mean, we still got a lot of time to go, but obviously you don't expect too much more to happen in terms of scoring. Poland playing it to the outside, but they weren't on the same page there, and nobody home. Throw for Mounds View. Now Gamachis up with it. Tapped ahead to Toure. Oh, and he rushed that one as the keeper was coming out. Betty had some success challenging and blocking a Toure shot a little bit earlier, and that time he maybe kind of hurried it a bit. Still, if you're Mounds View, you don't want to be giving up chances like that too much down the stretch here. Sure if they were checking on a possible injury or no. Mounds View, a couple different guys tying their shoe. I'm not really sure what we're waiting on here. The clock is stopped, but strong header. Toure dropping it back. Johnston has room left side with it. Poland cuts it back. His shot blocked. Tried again. And the Mustangs able to clear. Karn waits for that one to come down. Bodema went down. Drilled back upfield up the middle, but Mast calmly stops that one. Hallberg keeps the ball moving. Carlson come back with it. Got that ball through over to Bodema as he switches fields. Gamachis trying to turn and go. They've done a good job on him. It hasn't been his best night. He's having trouble getting through. And throw for Maple Grove. Bodema serving one ahead here. And knocked out. And I don't think that's not really what they wanted to do there, is tap that ball a little too hard. So Bodema will take this throw in for Maple Grove. Trying to get it deep into the box. Ooh, came loose there, and just before Carlson could get to it. Now Olsen stepping up. Mustangs had to just play it out to the edge. Poland up with it. They'll cross it to the middle. Here's a shot and a goal. It's going to be Carlson again. Well, Maple Grove turning it up after the Mustangs had tied it. So Carlson able to finish again. A couple nice connections prior to it, and Maple Grove will take a 2-1 lead. Here's Bodema. It was Bodema, not Poland, which I realized just after he made that pass, and Carlson puts it away as Bodema will get the assist. Boy, again, great indication of not wasting any time. Trapped it to his foot, bang, shot. You don't necessarily have time for a dribble, and a dribble wouldn't have made your opportunity any better either. So good, quick chest to foot and ball in the back of the net. Give credit to Bodema too on that. He put that ball very much on target. So about midway through the second half, Maple Grove retakes the lead at 2-1. Now it's Mounds View's turn to see if they can turn it up and retie this one, or if Maple Grove's going to kind of keep control of the game, which they've kind of had the last handful of minutes after Mounds View scored. Hallberg will take this throw in. Toure getting a break now as Connor Mickle will come in again. We have not really seen too much subbing from either team tonight. High bouncer here, Bodema gaining control. And it'll get past. Throw in coming up here for the Mustangs. And looks like we might have a injured player for Maple Grove. Looks like possible cramp. Johnston coming over to help out his fallen teammate there. It kind of goes to show what I've always said, that, I mean, obviously hot night and dehydration can lead to that, but this is not a hot night, and you still can see cramps happen. Merritt is going to be subbing in. Not sure if this helps one team or the other, this little break, as Maple Grove certainly had the momentum. Look at some game scores, section finals, as the Trojans, Wayzata beating Armstrong 3-0. Edina taking it to Minnetonka in their final. And Benilde and Blake, they are at scoreless. Back into play here, and Mustangs able to gain possession. Way across it comes to Maltus. Headed out of there and then sent right back in. Popped up high. Merritt was convinced he was pushed, and I think he was right, but play goes on. Not a game for the faint of heart. They're not looking to call every little thing, that's for sure. But I think well called for the most part. Betty keeps that ball rotating. And that pass broken up. It comes to Poland. He might have a chance. Here's his shot. Ooh, and just wide. It'll be a corner. As Betty got a piece of that one. Good hustle helped to force that turnover, and ultimately a near miss, but it'll be a corner. Another look. He knew right away, I'm going to take this shot. And Betty just, boy, that one was ticketed for the net. Might have saved their season right there. Give them an opportunity at least. Merritt taking this corner for Maple Grove. They lead it 2-1, a little past the halfway point of the second half. There's Wynn, the strong header. Mounds View's been excellent on the defensive end and getting first touch on those corners. This will be a throw for Maple Grove. After Mounds View had kind of had the better of it, which ultimately led to them tying the game, now Maple Grove has kind of tilted the field back in their favor since, for the most part. Ball out front, nice interception there, but battle for it in the air. Mustangs now trying to get something going up their left side. Ooh, collision there. Again, play on. Guys coming hard out there. Maltus sending one in. The header, but then it came back. A swing and a miss, though. Gamachis couldn't get it out of there. Nice strong step up. Hallberg got a piece of, or excuse me, Olsen got a piece of that, and then Hallberg volleying it ahead. Could kind of see some desperation a little bit from Mounds View now, and in a good way. I mean, they're coming hard. We will get a throw for Maple Grove. Hallberg sending that one in, then they return it to him. Lifted toward Poland. Got away from him, however. Trying to challenge and get that ball back, and he helps to force a turnover. And there's a nice job by Merritt to get that ball back, and then Poland throwing a lead block for him there. And that is going to be a call, I think, against Maple Grove. Well, let's see. As Poland ended up injured, the Mounds View player kind of shoved him out of the way as he was screening him off. I feel like both benches are kind of upset here, and interesting to see what comes out of this. Watch right here. Poland kind of jumping in the way and then is knocked down. I didn't feel like this was a real heated game earlier on, but now it's getting there, that's for sure. And it's going to be a card issued to Maple Grove, and I don't think it's one of each necessarily. We'll see. So Carlson able to come back in after the cramps. Toure also returning, or is he? No, he goes back out. I don't know if they have the right number of people out there. Lofted in toward the top of the box, comes loose. Bouncing ball, and Steen has to make the save, and he's able to keep it from being a corner. Great hustle. Luke Steen. It looked like from up here that the original shot maybe was going to go wide, but he wasn't taking any chances, but then he did a great job of being able to recognize where it was and get to it in a hurry. Merritt knocking that one down. Back pass here. Ooh, Mounds View quick under pressure there, but Gamachi's able to steal it. Now he comes back the other way up the left side. He'll cross it. Knocked down. They didn't really have a lot of numbers up, but still a good idea. Hallberg steps in to jump in and take it. And it will be a throw for Maple Grove. Another look at that last one. Steen diving out to the side, and then he realized he was going to get it. He was able to kind of direct the ball with his hand to keep it in play. Now Toure will come in. Maple Grove's throw. So bouncing right into the box, but nobody in a black jersey near enough to it. Gamachis coming back to get it. And they don't quite connect, but still this uses up time and also, some field position. Not saying you wanted to, pass that ball out of play, but it's better than making a mistake going back in the other direction, I would say. Bounces free, lifted by Karn. Carlson able to trap it down and then taken though from Gamachis. Good play by Snyder. And then that pass will get away up the sideline. A throw coming for Mounds View. 14.5 to go in the second half. Maple Grove leading at 2-1. Oh, and that pass is picked off. Carlson cutting it to the middle. Carlson faking the shot. He keeps it rotating over. Gamachis. And maybe one too many dribble there. It's knocked away. Merritt, though, steals it back. Merritt's shot is deflected, and this should be a corner, I think. Yes, it is. So a good hustle by Maple Grove. It feels like their guys were kind of being told what I was saying earlier, that we're a little bit slow. I mean, we gotta be aggressive and playing hard for balls. They were kind of sitting back a little bit. What led to Mounds View getting that goal. Now Merritt will take the corner kick here for the Crimson. Looking far post. Again, Mounds View gets to it first. Able to clear, but then served right back in. Ooh, Toure looking for the redirect there. It'll be a goal kick for Maple Grove, for Mounds View. Once again, this eats up time, though. I mean, yes, you'd rather get a really great chance and maybe score an insurance goal, but even if you don't, these opportunities, goal kicks and throw-ins, I mean, it's just taking up more and more time. And there's a good example right there. You break up Mounds View's momentum coming upfield, and you also eat up some time. Hunziker sending it back. Snyder had that one knocked loose. Merritt keeps possession. Sending it ahead. Here comes Carlson, who has both Maple Grove goals. Carlson getting a step to the outside. Now he has to hang on. Knocked away from him, though. Good effort. Not allowing him to get squared up for a shot. Olsen tapping it to the outside. Tried to get it back to him, but that one a little out front. And here comes Wynn. He scored Mounds View's goal from long distance, and that time blocked, though. Karn getting in front of that. That one back out of play, and we will get a throw coming for the Mustangs. Under 12 minutes to go now. Maple Grove trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead. They were up 1-0 at halftime, but Mounds View tying it up on a long blast by Everett Wynn. And then a little under 5 minutes later, though, Parker Carlson got his second of the night. Foul call here going against Maple Grove, though. So free kick coming for the Mustangs. Going to force them to restart this one. I don't know if that ball was up farther than should have been before that free kick was put back into play. Served in, but Maple Grove is there. Here's a follow-up, but that one bouncing ball very hard to control and sent way up over the top. Goal kick for Steen. Poland will come back into the game for Maple Grove. Steen lining it up here. Battle in the air. Poland trying to get control of this one. It bounces around a bit. Nice ball to the right side there, but then that one going to come all the way up. And let's see what we're going to have here. Call against Mounds View as a defender. Karn shielding him off, trying to make that into a goal kick rather than a corner. And then just a little too aggressive on the push there. Karn, I think, selling it a little bit too, but out off of Mounds View. Merritt does a good job banking it off the Mustang player. Bottoма will take this throw for the Crimson. Time on their side. We've still got about 9 minutes to go, but Maple Grove protecting a 2-1 lead. Snyder drops that pass back. They try and trap that player in the corner there, but couldn't quite do it. Rotated out to the outside to Bottoma. Now Karn sending it up, trying to get it to Toure. Olsen will send it up right side. Actually more toward the middle as it curved in, and Betty will drive it upfield for the Mustangs. Merritt. Now the header toward Toure. Toure trying to get it. Oh, good job defensively, though. Shoulder to shoulder. Couldn't get it past. Snyder dropping it back. See, in Mounds View, I think, knowing that time isn't on their side, trying a little bit longer passes now and get that ball into scoring position if they can. Hunziker. Deflected there. Gamachi's able to steal it. And then he is tripped up. Foul call, and it'll be a Maple Grove free kick here as Wynn a little bit shaken. They might have hit knee to knee there. Once again, an opportunity for Maple Grove to not only get this free kick, but burn some clock. Olsen lining it up. And just over Toure, and Mustangs trying to get it out and go. Olsen dropping that pass back. Mast. And now to Steen. Maybe kind of an interesting time to be doing that. I don't know that you want to get too in love with going back like that. It will be Mounds View's throw, and Merritt being told, get up, we're ready to play, and he better walk away. Oh, it is a free kick. Sent straight up the middle and knocked to the outside. Around to Snyder. Pass drop back here, and Simon will keep it moving. And that pass a little bit off target, but then Snyder tracks it down. Now he gets a little bit of room, stepping to the outside. Snyder looking to get across away, and he does, but the header sailing high and wide. Sosnowski couldn't get himself turned around, and he actually headed it in almost kind of the wrong direction, but he was spinning. Steen will boot this one. Flicked ahead. Now Johnston trying to push it further upfield. He blocks that one down. Mounds run on a handball. They don't get it. Here's Mickle. Played back to Betty. Ooh, sends it up the middle there. That one got a little interesting. Wynn trapping it down, but he's challenged hard. Wynn and Bodema, then Wynn rolling over Bodema. Both guys pleading their case. Both seem to be shaken up a little bit. Stop the clock here with 4:46 to go. Kind of thought Wynn might have gotten away with one here a little bit. Yeah, they're shoulder to shoulder there, and then, yeah, that with the left arm extended, I thought. And then they're both kind of hurting at this point, and so it actually is a Mounds View free kick. Ooh, and Merritt blocking that one. Merritt was too close, and he's going to get a card. Merritt pleading his case, and Greg Leininger also. Well, like section finals sometimes do, things getting contentious out here. Merritt and, yeah. Merritt volunteering that, yes, it was me. And so they write down that yellow card, and now he's telling Toure where he needs to be. And honestly, in looking at that replay, I think Merritt must have moved forward. I think he was told he was in an okay position, but he was far short of 10 yards when that ball hit him. So he must have snuck forward. That's the reason for the yellow card. So back into play we go. Mustangs trying to get an opportunity here in traffic. Gamachi's helping to break that one up though. Strong header, and now the race is on. Toure giving chase there, and Mickle as well. And just hammered back upfield. Played up the line nicely. Let's see who this go off of. It's going to be Maple Grove's throw. Now I think the officials are going to discuss here. It was kind of a little quick bang play, whether it had deflected off Mounds View last. Well, it is going to be Mounds View's throw as they ultimately change that. Well, things definitely getting heated down the stretch here as a state tournament berth is on the line. Turnover forced, and they send it ahead to Toure. Cutting it back to the middle, but knocked away. But Gamachi is able to intercept. He steps toward the net, pushing it to Mickle on the left wing. Cuts it loose and fires with the right foot, but it's wide by a few feet. But a pretty good move to get himself free, at least to take a shot there. And again, eating up some more valuable time as we'll tick down toward 3 minutes. Did a nice job putting the brakes on here, but not terribly accurate with the shot. But again, still good play to at least get time enough to shoot that one and eat up some more time as well. Good step up there by Hallberg. And banged up that line. They kept it in play. That ball's up over the head, so we'll get a throw coming for Maple Grove. Approaching 2.5 minutes left here in the second half. Maple Grove leading it 2-1. Toure trying to free it up here, and he does. Toure firing with that left foot and sails it up and over the top. So a goal kick here for Mounds View, and Betty knows there's not a lot of time to waste. He'll put it right back into play. Gamachi's trying to free it up again here. Mustangs trying to get a push up field here and see if they can't get an opportunity at least to tie it up again, but Maple Grove doing a solid job. Mickle got out front of him a little too far, but it goes out of play. It'll be a Maple Grove throw. Bottoма will throw it in, about closing in on 1.5 minutes remaining here in the second. And that'll go out of play again. Maple Grove throw. Actually a pretty smart play to fake like you're going to kick that ball, so everybody stopped and then you just let it go out. Bottoma sending it up toward Toure. Flicking that header towards Mickle. And he got into the legs of the defender, but Mounds View will have to hurry things up here as we tick down to 1 minute to go here in the Section 5 championship. Feinberg driving it upfield. Volleyed ahead here. Ooh, Johnston hit it, but went straight up. And then Olsen, a great play to come up and just boot this ball upfield. And Betty is way out of his net, and he mishits it. It goes out of play. And, boy, that's going to eat up a ton of time here down the stretch. Going to stop the clock, I would think, as they're having trouble finding a ball. Bodema will throw it in. And yeah, smart play here. He's going to throw it way down toward the corner. We'll get a goal kick here for Mounds View, but they've got to hurry. One last chance upfield. Gamaches, though, knocking it out. Time ticking down, and it's going to be Maple Grove repeating as Section 5 champions, as Parker Carlson scoring a pair for the Crimson, and they are headed to state with a 2-1 victory here over Mounds View in the Section 5 championship. Entertaining battle here in the rain at Maple Grove. Mounds View doing a good job battling back after trailing 1-0 at halftime. They get that tying goal on the rocket from Wynn, but Maple Grove pretty much had control of a lot of the game after that and ended up getting Carlson's second goal less than 5 minutes after Wynn's goal. And then it was kind of protect that lead time down the stretch for Maple Grove. So unlike years ago, we can't really tell you where or when they're going to play or anything, and they wait till the seeding to even tell which sites are going to be which, or even which day the Crimson will play on. But all they care about now is they are going to be in the state tournament once again. Good effort tonight for both teams. It was a hard-fought game, and you could really see why both teams were in a section final. Good skill, good heart, good hustle. Maple Grove, as I mentioned, they fell behind 2-0 in the semifinals against Champlain Park, and came rallying back in that one to win 3-2. And then tonight they were tied up by Mounds View, but stuck with it. Got a chance and were able to bury it, and then able to do a good job of doing the right things for the most part in terms of protecting that lead too. When in doubt, sending the ball upfield and challenging, not making things easy for Mounds View. They didn't really get a lot of opportunities down the stretch, which is hard to do when the other team's really defending hard like that. Rainy night, but you don't really mind too much when you're the team that comes out on top. We will take a timeout and we'll come back with our post game here as Maple Grove beating Mounds View by a score of 2-1 to take the Section 5 title.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back to Maple Grove, our awards presentation as Mounds View being presented with the runner-up trophy for the Section 5 3A tournament. Obviously not the one they came here tonight for, but congrats to the Mustangs getting back into the section final for the first time in 4 years since their state title team of 2021. Hard-fought battle. They played pretty well for good, stretches of this game, and again, hats off to the Mustangs for advancing to this point. And now Maple Grove, their turn, as they will get their medals here and eventually the section championship trophy. Rain has not let up, it would appear.
6, Emmaus Olsen. Number 7, Solon Galashis. Number 8, Chris Van Goyer. Number 9, Ben Crash Cohen. Number 10, Uz Ventore. Number 11, Parker Carlson. Number 12, Connor Mickle. Number 14, Mason Fowler. Number 16, Cody Lockett. Number 17, Everett Johnston. Number 19, Tony Otiello. Number 21, Ethan Newell. Number 22, Noah Svensson. Number 31, Colin Merritt. Number 37, Bodie Nelson. And number 50, Ayo Adekunle. Our congratulations to Maple Grove for their excellent season, fine play, and first place finish in the 2025 section soccer tournament. Will the captains of the Crimson please come forward to accept their first place trophy? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Maple Grove Crimson.
Well, Maple Grove, an exciting night for the Crimson as they pull out this 2-1 victory. Celebrate in the rain here, and their fans coming out to join them as well. So Maple Grove headed to the state tournament. They'll find out on the weekend where they're seated and where and when they will play. We will take a timeout and come back to hear from a happy Crimson player or two here as our postgame continues on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back to Maple Grove. A little bit of fun in the rain for the Crimson here tonight as they beat Mounds View 2-1 in the Section 5 3A boys soccer final. Luke Bodema and Parker Carlson joining us. And Luke, tonight, tough battle. Mounds View came back and got that tying goal, but did you guys stay pretty calm and composed down the stretch?
Yeah, we knew it would be a battle. Thanks to our captains, we stayed composed. We knew we could get one. We were stabbing at it for a few minutes there, so we knew we could get one.
You guys had to.
Let's go!
I'm not surprised that happened. That's become a tradition. But you guys had to battle back in the semifinals too. Did that sort of help tonight?
Yeah.
That just to be still staying steady out there.
Yeah. That semifinal game we went down 2-0, but we knew if we kept fighting, we'd keep getting goals. So that definitely helped helped us stay in the mood to stay hungry for goals.
You guys obviously played a lot of tough teams this year. I was saying during the broadcast that, you had 2 ties and 2 losses, and all of those teams were in section finals tonight. How much did that help you be ready for these games?
Those teams just kept challenging us all season. Lost to 2, tied 2. I think it just gave us the hunger to come into sections, play our hearts out. Hopefully we'll meet them in state, so we'll get it back. But, yeah, for sure helped.
Back-to-back runner-up finishes for the Crimson at the state tournament. What will it take this year to maybe take that next step?
I think a lot of those teams didn't play the competition we played this season, so I feel like they weren't ready if they went down. And we've been down in sections, so we know what it takes. If we're down to get up, we know what to do to score. So I think it'll just take that energy we had tonight in the semifinals that'll help us get through.
All right, Luke, great job here tonight, and we'll let you go get warmed up a little bit here. And Parker Carlson, couple goals for you. Tell me about that first one, especially how things developed there. I thought you did a great job of not overthinking it and just putting one touch on it.
Yeah, well, I have to give all credit to my captain, Everett, there. I made the run through, but that was a perfect ball in. I just kept my composure, leveled it, used my weak foot, but I trusted myself, and I got it.
After they scored, it felt like you guys kind of knew what you needed to do, and you started to put pressure on them right away, and it was only, 4.5 minutes later that you guys were able to get another one there. Was everybody feeling pretty good at that point, even after they'd tied it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's happened before multiple times this season, just like Champlin, where it was 2 goals down, and we're a team that when we go down, we keep fighting. We don't let up. We just have that confidence and that urge to get back in, and we fight through everything. And that's how we got it.
It's kind of become a tradition for Maple Grove to get in the state tournament, but each year's a little bit different. How do you feel about this team going into state now?
I feel great. It's way different last year as being a sophomore, where I'm new to the team and I don't understand what it's like to be an upperclassman or have that much experience. And this time, I'm closer to the guys that are seniors now, and I don't want to lose them. So it's a lot different where we're all fighting for each other and not just to win. It's for the team and the people that you play with.
Heading into state, what do you feel like sort of the key as you get into those next games and, hopefully getting back into U.S. Bank Stadium?
I think it's just what we talked about. Just if we go down, always keeping that confidence and that urge that we can come back and win. And for the team and I feel like it's just important that we stay connected, not blame each other, and we work together like we did tonight.
Parker, great job. Have fun in the state tournament.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Parker Carlson, both goals tonight for Maple Grove as they beat Mounds View by a score of 2-1 to take the Section 5 3A championship. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's action. For all of our CCX crew, thanks to them for braving the elements here tonight as well. I'm Jay Wilcox, and best of luck to Maple Grove as they head into the state Class 3A boys hockey. Good night.